Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. That is not going to work. All right. Hey, y'all. Hey. It has been a minute since I've been here on these good YouTube streets from my platform. Wanted to be a woman of my word for sure today. Make sure that I come on just to talk about being a YouTube content creator this past year. Hey, AW, thank you for the virtual hug. How are you? Pray you're doing well. Hey, Chris. How are you, Memphis on? How you doing? I see you're on the busy track. You got a lot of stories. I kind of feel bad. I mean, happy that you have content, but sad about the type of content that you cover. But you are amazing at what you do, so please continue doing it. Y'all, I'm sorry. I got it. These lights are going. They're trying to send me out. Can't remember which one I like. I tried to honor the request because we voted to keep lights on, but I don't know. Hey, CeeLo. So I just so happened to look at my phone and saw a live pop up. Where you been, honey? Don't act like you don't know me in real life. Just I'm good, boo. So proud of you. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. So y'all, I'm doing this live now. I will be back in the morning at 10. Let me see if I've gotten the actual title yet. Not yet, but I will be back in the morning at 10 for a Juneteenth live. We will have special guest Dr. Anthony Pratchett with us. And he's going to teach us a little bit about Juneteenth. I can't speak for anyone but myself. I don't have all of the knowledge about Juneteenth that I would like to have. I really didn't. Oh, thank you, Chris. Much love to you as well. I would have liked to have known much more about it before my late 30s. But it was in my late 30s when I learned about it. And even then, hey, free thinker, how are you, babe? Even then, I was still trying to process, like, so it was signed. Hold on. I know. Is that all my children at the door? All my children at the door. And when I say all my children and my godchildren. Now, how is that at this Alva? Alva with a V. All right, Chris, thank you so much. What's the new schedule, lineup, topics? So, okay. CeeLo is like, what you gonna do? Cut you back, so you gotta be back. What you gonna do? How you gonna do this? So, truthfully, y'all, everything's gonna stay the same. Back to the basics. Remembering my why. I went and looked at my introductory YouTube video, and I found that video to be so telling that it's like, wow. One of the first videos that I created was, okay, I can't, y'all. I'm sorry. If I can't get these lights to stay on one thing, I'm gonna have to turn them off. CeeLo, I think it was you that voted to keep the lights. But they're distracting for somebody that has a good old acronym. You know, all these, why do you need 15 million settings on some lights? Like, can they just be and not doing all the fun stuff? But it was quite telling that I did. Oh, hey, Miss Pam, thank you. Hey, Angie B, thank you, babe. That I did my first live on the land that I was raised on. In this year, I've learned about environmental racism. I've had to stand up and fight for that land against a big oil company. I talked about us possibly fostering a child. I end up taking in 2 boys that, we ended up taking in 2 young men, rather. One is still living with us. Thank you. These are by Vermont Paint. Y'all. This is It's just too late at night for this. My spirit ain't. Hold on. Y'all can't stop the lights. Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna try to ignore the lights. Don't pay attention to the lights, y'all. Vermont Paint actually made those. I share his lives. He paints every morning, typically every morning around 8 o'clock. And I try to share them on my page, but he'll start off. I have quite a few of his paintings. I actually have a Bruce collection. His name is Bruce Anderson. And I literally have a Bruce collection. It got so bad that it was like, my husband was like, don't you buy another painting? But I just believe in supporting people. And then they all spoke to me. I love art. All type of art, which is one of the things that I talked about. I love singing, dancing, acting. I love plays, musicals, movies, books, just all things art. I love it. Even drawing and painting. Cindy, hey, my love. Bless up. One love to you. I'm good. How are you doing? You are a good supporter of each. I try. I'm a firm believer. And she said, I don't even recall the lights, to be honest. Yeah, we had a big vote about it. I don't know what made me bring the lights out. I think it was like around Christmas. And then I was like, so do y'all want to keep the, thank you, Angie. You know, I typically cut my hair. What's crazy is I recorded a video this past Saturday that I was supposed to be releasing, and my hair is actually a little bit longer. And I was like, oh, I'm going to cut it probably 2 more times. And the last time I cut it is probably going to be the shortest. And this is just the first time of the 2 more. So I'm probably going to cut it 1 more time, and it'll be lower than this. Then I'll let it grow back, and then I'll cut it again. Hey, Triple L, how are you, boo? Thank you for coming in. The lights are a good touch. Yeah, like we literally voted on lights to stay. I just have to get them from doing that. When they do that blinky blinky thing, that just irritates me. I'm a proud owner of a car now. Okay, so life is great. Praise God. I'm glad that you're healthy. Oh, Coach. Hey, Papa. Last time I saw you, you were not a Papa. Now you're a Papa. How is Papa life? But yeah, so topics aren't going to change. Thank you, Triple L. A lot of what I said in the intro live still is going to be the same. The platform is going to remain a safe place for the uncomfortable conversations, uncomfortable but necessary conversations. I'm a firm believer in it takes, how can I say this? In order for change to occur, we have to talk about things. And we have to talk about the things that are, hey, Drew, thank you. I know it is cool. I have to get over there. This C19 has really been in the way of things, you know, people getting together and hanging out. But I'm going to keep the platform the same. The one thing that I think I will do more of this year. Hey, Charlotte, thank you for coming on. I'm okay. How are you? The one thing that I think I will do more of is inviting people to the platform. I think I'm going to keep the author's edition. I love meeting the authors of different books and having them come on and talk about their books and why they wrote that. Even though we had 2 sessions of that, I really enjoyed doing that. We're going to continue with supporting one small business a week and raffling off that gift at the end of the week. I don't believe, I don't believe, I'm not going to come on every day. As much as I want to do that, life isn't allowing me to do that right now. And it's kind of crazy because when I first started this journey, it was like I came out the gate running. And then life hit and a lot happened in that time. Thankfully, I have some faithful people who believe in me that kept watching me and watching my playlist. So I did get monetized while I was out on a break. I tried to come back on real steady, and then more of life happened. Hey, Auntie Donna. But I will say through it all, it has been amazing. AW said, wasn't it originally Tuesday or Wednesday nights? Originally, it was Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and Saturday mornings. And that's probably the platform that I'm going to go back to. Hey, Houston Bread, how are you? Y'all, if you're not following Houston Bread, I encourage you to do so. She is a new content creator. Her lives are absolutely amazing. The twang, I would say, about her live is she privates them after they're over. So we'll have this amazing, thought-provoking conversation, and then at the end of the live, she privates it. So if you're not there, oh well, you missed it. So yeah, she's definitely a good person to follow. I'll make sure I drop her link. Auntie Donna is a great person to follow. So is Triple L. Clarification, the C lives are amazing. Aw. Hey, Gigi Johnson. Will you have a C live combos over here, Aisha? I don't know. Hey, Bench, how you doing? My topics kind of just, I don't even know how I came up with topics. Like, they were just kind of pop up, or it's just everyday things. Something that is, hold on, did I name all the content creators? Triple L. The Smart Show. Hey, I didn't see you, Miss Pam. Thank you. Yes. So a view is a content creator. Matter of fact, all content creators, please just put a 1 in the chat. And if you're not following that content creator, go ahead and follow them. Okay. That's how we're going to do that. Thanks. Couldn't drop down. Oh, I'm sorry, Triple L. You blessed me today, though. He had praise and worship today, and he had Dion Kipping's Lord, I love this song, and I can't think of the words now. I don't look like, that's it, what I've been through. I was like, yeah. I don't look like, I see you've been doing your thing since you started your channel. Much love. I've been trying. What I've been through. Yes. Hey, Rocco. What's up with you? Yeah, I do. I love watching Miss Pam color, although some of them, baby, when I get to seeing a lot of the little, I'm like, oh, Miss Pam, how you gonna? And then she'll just break it down. I'm gonna start with this here, then this here. And I'm like, man, executive functioning skills, I like them, but it's okay. I have other gifts. But yeah, notice I say a lot. Aisha, are you gonna have a schedule for your lives? I might have missed it. Yes. So I'm going to go back to my original schedule, which was Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I would do Tuesday and Thursday evenings, and then I would do Saturdays would be brunch with Aisha. And so we will have brunch tomorrow at 10 with a guest. I took a break because a lot happened. In August 31st, I lost my best friend of 31 years. He was like a brother to me. And it forced me, hey, Tony, it forced me to start going through the grieving process of my mom as well. And I know that may be like, huh? Yeah. Because that's how close we were. He even lived with my mom after he came home from college and I wasn't living with my mom. And so that kind of just started how do you call it? It was just like, I don't want to say, it was like a domino effect. Yeah. Because it really started with me taking a break to console friends. And then in the midst of consoling friends, we lost a friend. Then we lost family. And then more family. And it was like losses after a loss after a loss. It's okay, Triple L. It's life. Not even saying it I was just really answering Ben's question. And then I went into a real dark place. I'm not going to lie to y'all about that. And, one of the things that this platform is built on is transparency. And I'm a firm believer in the exchange of energy. So if I can't bring you anything good or positive, I don't want to bring you my baggage, if that makes sense. Compounded grief, exactly. And with my best friend, it was a lot. More than I'm even ready to share now, but it was a lot. And so it definitely forced me into grieving my mom, but then it also forced me into a little bit of anger. He's definitely smiling. Yeah. So yeah. And then, of course, I told you guys that I gained 2 additional children. So in gaining 2 additional children who happened to be 17 and 18, in addition to my own 18 and 19-year-old, that took a great deal of time too. And so it was like I gave everything to everybody, and then I just really didn't have anything else to give to the platform. And I didn't want to bring anything subpar. Hey, Apostle Edgar, thank you for coming in. Thank all of you for coming in. I didn't want to do anything subpar, nor did I want to bring baggage to the channel. I needed to resolve some of those issues. Yeah, 2 additional children. One is actually back home with his mom, praise God. And the other is still here with me. He came to me in September of last year, close to the end of September. Is my nephew from my first marriage. 2 brothers' children are here. Actually, it's the best thing that could have ever happened. I praise God for my husband because he's always been an uncle to him, but for allowing us to take him in. And he actually came to me 2 years behind in school, but he will be graduating in July. So he's graduating on time, even though it's in summer school, it's still on time. And I love having him here. So, yeah, I have no complaints. I just find it funny because, like I said, in the introductory video, I remember saying, I feel like God is leading us to adopt some kids. So he, pray that he touches my husband. Yeah, well, fostering is what I said. We've done that in this year. And I honestly think that, I might be done with it. I don't know. But yeah, it's just funny how we kind of get this feeling about something and then you do it. And then it's like, okay. So that explains it. Yeah. Because my husband was like, you, Naomi, I'm blessed to have them, Cindy. Thank you. But I'm really blessed to have them. I will say that my son's high school years were very hard. I don't even know if I think I shared with you. Probably not, but I don't know. Like his 11th grade year, he had to transition schools. That was something that I worked really hard on. I had to fight to get a school shut down, to get him transferred, to get other kids transferred so that they could graduate on time. Some of them did not graduate this year. Some of them will be graduating in summer school, and some of them still have to go next year, which kind of sucks because as a parent, I was doing everything that I could to say, hey, this needs to be fixed. And, they did shut the school down, but unfortunately, they didn't get those 11th graders to where they needed to be. So I did the best that I could do, though. I definitely sounded the alarm. I'm just trying to think. So let's talk about this, okay? This is what I'll say. When I came to YouTube, I had no expectations of YouTube. I just had expectations of what I would be bringing to YouTube. And for me, it was always positivity, empowerment, inspiration, uplifting, disseminating information out, trying to, do it for the culture, but also do it for humanity, make a difference. I'm not going to say change the world, but definitely make sure that I leave my imprint on the world. There were a lot of things. Hold on. AW says, in other words, you put yourself and family first, as you should. Pretty much. I put everything else first. And then I was forced into a place where I had to put myself first. But that's a whole nother topic. So yeah, I find it funny though, because we talked about grief. I don't know if you guys remember that live, and that was an amazing live. And I actually had to go back and watch that live and get some of those tools. BL, what it do, boo? And she said, what's up, cup? So going back and looking over those lives really did help me. So it's kind of crazy because here I had all these different topics that I was putting out and thinking that I was helping others. And then I had to go back and revisit those things. And boy, oh boy, did I need them. So it was like, wow, what a great setup, right? I like the positive energy. Bruh, come on. You've known me since what? 11, 12, 13. Have I not been the same? I be trying to tell these YouTube people that what they get, what they see is what they get. Like, I really don't change up. Hey, twin, how are you? Hey, man, BL, don't come here with them, man. Now, I know you like me. I don't know why you trying not to like me, but I'm going to let you do you. I want to hear more about the issues with the school. I went to a county school there. Absolutely. So with us, it was a charter school. My son's 11th grade year got there. They did not have 11th grade teachers. He stayed in school the entire week. I didn't know they didn't have 11th grade teachers. It wasn't until I picked him up one Friday, and my baby was so discouraged. And it was then that we found out not only did they not have 11th grade teachers, but they didn't even have 11th grade classes set for them. They were trying to just push them into community college to have those classes, but they weren't going to get enough hours to meet the graduation requirements of the state of Tennessee. So literally what I find funny about this is my son had to, because open enrollment had closed, or choice enrollment had closed. So my son had to have a meeting with the band director at the high school that he graduated from. He had to meet with the principal. He had to go to the board and beg the enrollment specialist to put him into the school because the time had passed. And then I went to the board for a meeting to let them know what was going on at the school, that I had spoken to the college. They were not aware of what was going on at the school because school was on a college campus. At that time, I was simply asking just for the 11th graders to be moved so that they could have what they need to graduate. It wasn't until parents started coming to me afterwards that I realized, they weren't even honoring special education, IEPs, 504s, none of that. They broke all type of federal laws. So at that point, I was like, shut it down. And I worked really hard to get it shut down, and it did. Yeah, and so hey, peace, love, thank you for coming in. And so the thing about charter schools, like I'm not anti-charter, and I am all about school choice. The problem is charter schools are not put under the same guise or res- I don't want to say restrictions, but they aren't monitored the same way that the city schools are or the public schools are. And that's a problem. And so these people, literally, I was able to get a school closed simply by reading their charter, which was 200 and something pages, and pointing out everything that they did that was not in the charter. And sometimes that's how it works. Like I'm a firm believer in knowing the system. I've said this like all the time. Know the system, know the laws. It doesn't matter if they were created first or not. We have to know them in order to abolish or change them. Period. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Oh, BL. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna highlight this just because I want to say something. So BL, what I find funny is when Peace Love, that's Peace Love, y'all. She's a content creator, also she's amazing. When she talked about her and her girlfriends going away, I just remember thinking, dang, I don't do that. Like it yeah. um, Not that I don't have friends, because I have friends. It's just growing up, most of my friends were guys. And then it wasn't until I got into like my 30s that I started like realizing that I had this toxic idea about, hey, Miss T. Trisha, how are you? That I had this toxic, what do you call it? Ideation or idea. How about that? Or ideal about women and women not being able to be friends. And that's not true at all. I even raised my daughter with that toxicness. And so, yeah, having to unlearn some stuff. Y'all know how they go. Girl, I've never been on a girl's trip. What are you talking about? Never. No such a thing. A what? Um, mm-mm. Oh, wow. Yeah. And so I definitely, whatever state you live in, I'm okay, twin. Thank you for asking. Hello to anyone that I missed. Thank you all so much for coming in. Yeah, that three, three is about right. Um, I feel you that. I think, hold on. Aisha, I think that's something we learned in Memphis, honestly. I know my mama taught it to me. Um, it's just crazy. Like women can't be friends. They're too catty. And it's so toxic. Like y'all, when I say I'm unlearning a lot of stuff, I'm unlearning a lot of things. I even saw a post today that I wrote on Facebook, and it was definitely, I guess I was about pride before I even realized I was about pride. And it was a post basically saying, "Y'all do know it's gonna be some gay people in heaven, right?" And I saw my response to some of the responses, and yeah, I still didn't. As much as I thought I had it right then, I still didn't have it right. I'm still learning. Miss T. Trisha says, I do girls trips with my 5011 nieces. I no longer have close friends outside of my family. Yeah. And I will say now, family wise, cousins, because we don't have a lot of boy cousins, and maybe that's it. I don't know, maybe that's it. Because Yeah, most of my cousins are girls. Hold on. Girl, BL, if you don't get out of here talking about some, this is a conservative chat, you ghetto cuz, baby, cut it out. I cannot take up talking about something this conservative. We're so not conservative. I can do a girls trip, my own car, my own room, and it's all good. But is that really a girls trip then? Because isn't that the whole point? Like staying up drinking, well, for those that do drink, urban for those that herbs, talking all night long. Not really, is it really a trip if you have your own room? Because if I have my own room, I'm gonna go to my own room and really be okay with not talking or hanging. Forensic files. I'm the oldest, so nothing in common with my youngest cousin. Not the oldest. I think I'm somewhere in the middle. Girl, goodbye. BL, I am a perfect Republican. Goodbye. She said I got 20 personalities. Well, I probably have a few. Peace, love, invite me on a girls trip. Houston bred, sis, bro. I don't know. Peace, love. You think about vibrant love. Hey, peace, love. Think about that before you. Really, yeah, I really would. This sector is nuts, though. Well, I mean, I love me some Houston bread. I really do. But I can see right now, her and BL on a girls trip. We would need some guys just to even it out. BBK, hey sis, thank you for coming in. I like BL. She said finally caught alive. Girl, I finally did alive. How about that? How about that? Yes. Now I love the Essence Festival. My God. But y'all, I love music. So what's crazy is I love music. When I say I love music, I love music. But I don't play a lot of music. But I love to hear live music. Like it's just something about watching a band. Oh Jesus, y'all! I got like it's my love for music is serious. It's something about watching a live band come together and they get their groove or find their riff, and it's just like, yeah, I love live music. Hey Gio, how are you, bud? She said, "Yeah, we're better than this." Absolutely. Yeah, peace, love, putting together. Be a girl. I tell you what, peace, love. If you put it together, I'll record. That would be the show. A future Isha Fest. What am I do? I'm good, Gio. How are you? Yes, I love the Essence Festival though. Absolutely. What am I gonna do, AW? Oh, who can handle their liquor? I can handle it. Just don't mix white and brown. Yeah, that's about it. BL, don't worry, you'll meet a bunch of people that's scared of you too. Triple L, right. Okay, I want to make sure I got. That's what it would be for sure. Uninvited hoes gonna pull up. It's the fighting for me. I don't even know if I girl. See ya, Aisha. I'm tired. Yes, have a good night. You should be tired. You have done praise and worship. You have preached today. You have yet encouraged us today. If y'all do not follow Triple L, please do. He got a couple of words over there from today, some praise and worship and some and some commercials. So follow him if you have not. What did Tony say? AW says, be yourself. You're encouraging and entertaining. Okay, I can do that. All I got is me. I can be me. Tony Montana, I have to go at least one. It's yes. Not just the Essence Festival, but also when the world really opens back up. Yeah, this is a play. I just want y'all to know that. Like, the world ain't open up for real. Like, I mean, y'all can think it's open, but it's not really open. But All-Star, that's something good to go to too. It'll turn into a girls trip gate. Yeah, because I gotta feel, how can I say this? BL already said, uninvited hoes pull up and then we'll be fighting. And I was just raised if you together, you stick together, and then if one fight, everybody fight. I'm really too old for fighting, but if that's how it takes off, then I don't know. Let's pray about this trip. She said, I'm with it. You too, T. Trisha. Thank you for coming in. She said, I don't want to fight on vacation. Like Lady Nika said, I ain't going to jail in unfamiliar territory, man. What? Jill says you look different. Yeah, 75 pounds heavier than before the pandemic. She said, yes. I mean, that's how we was raised. Now, I don't know if that's a Memphis thing or not. Well, Crystal Palace all day long. You go to the skate. My auntie would drop us off. Y'all want to go to the bathroom? Y'all go to the bathroom. Or one fight, you all better fight. She said, I'm too old, but it is what it is. Now, I'm just going to tell you, I always say, y'all know my motto. Great Lake Tupac, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Houston said, I got 6 people in mind already. To go or to fight? Which one is it? BL says 70 pounds. Girl, listen, I stepped on this scale. Baby, I went to the doctor's office and stepped on this scale. And I saw that read and I said, stepped off of it. I said, can you reset that? And she looked at me. I was like, no, I'm serious. And I stood on it again. They said the same thing. And I was like, oops. She was like, don't feel bad. She was like, everybody's, getting this weight. They call it the C, weight. I understand why, though, because we're doing less. Houston Bread, me, BL, Sympathic, Tony, who else? Oh, I'm on that list to go, for sure. She said, hey, Crystal Palace. Yes, baby, it's closed. It's nothing. Well, I was going to say it's nothing but a parking lot. But no, I think it's DHS now. Well, no, it's not even DHS anymore. Oh, yeah, I done made it. I've made it. Houston Bread, I think I have surpassed you. I don't know for sure, but I've made it. Hey, Sir King, how are you? Thank you for coming in, Avatar Nation. She said, Beyonce. Who 42? BL, quit playing. Harley Q. Oh. Sir King got you blocked again? Oh, man. Sir King, you shouldn't block BL. I think BL should be honorary in all chats and be able to troll the hell out of everybody just because that's what she does. Oh my God. It wasn't thotty enough. I just don't believe you're 42. I mean, you sound real young to me. Just walk in it. I was at my son's graduation rehearsal and the lady fussed at me and said, she said, I'm a troll. You're a real person, but you do troll well. He said you were timed out. Actually, I think you were timed out because I did see you come in again. You had a couple people advocating for you in the chat. She said, hell no. Beyonce gonna be on some fire. BL. You sound like a sexy kitten. Oh my God. Avatar Nation, hello. Y'all, I'm about to drop this link because I really don't have no topic. I came on to say it's been a year. I'm not gonna change. Topics will stay as serious as they can be. One topic that you guys can go ahead and start researching if you like is Ronnie. I think his name is Ronnie O'Neal. He killed his girlfriend. He's on trial, for killing his girlfriend and his daughter, his autistic daughter, his daughter with autism. And he also stabbed his son. And this man is representing himself. And I just feel that that should not be possible. Oh, thank you, peace, love. You're pretty too. She said that fool crazy. Yeah, when I saw that he is not only representing himself, but y'all, I don't know what city this is in, but I did ask. I was like, where is this baby? Now, that's one baby I would take into my home. He's 11 now. He was 8 when this happened. But I would take him into my home because I know, one, he's going to need therapy for the rest of his life. He's going to need love for the rest of his life. And even the way he's acting now shows that, I think it's Ronnie O'Neal. What is this man's name? All I know is when I tell you the opening statements was like, what the, like, that's how I looked at yeah. And then the detective adopted him. Okay. Yes, he cross-examined him. And then he was like, hey, son. And he was like, it's good to see you. And his son said, it's good to see you too. Man, I was like, ooh. See them type of people right there? Oh, Jesus. I'm happy somebody got him. And I'm sure he probably feels safe with the detective. Because that's the thing. That's all I can think about. Like, I want to make him feel safe, loved, and not broken. I know that he has some burns, and I don't know. It was just like, just give me the baby. Just give me the baby. And I'm just angry that the law, I get that this guy can represent himself. And I get that the baby is not in the same room with him, but he shouldn't be able to cross-examine him. Like at some point, yeah, I'm gonna let that go. Oh, Happy New Year to you. Man, take me to the altar with you. Take me to the King. Yeah. I don't have much to bring. That's how I feel. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link because I'm really about to get out of here, y'all. I had to keep my word. You feel me? Like I had to keep my word. Oh man, I did not create a thing, which is kind of crazy because other people be like, what are you talking about? What do you need that for anyway? You don't need that. Not realizing that I've been over there watching folk porn bomb and all sorts of crazy things. But I'm ready if somebody hit this good link. She said, okay. What did Amethyst say? It's crazy. I'm glad they did change his name. He shouldn't have been able. I know he feels safe. Girl, and then his hair, it didn't look like, so I guess it has been 3 years because his mugshot, his hair was lower than mine. Now we here. Let me see. Is it Ronnie? Yep. Man, Ooh. I'm gonna try, y'all. I'm gonna try. My heart is torn in pieces. Take me through the door. All right, y'all. Trigger warning. If you're easily triggered, turn off for a minute so we can just hear this news clip.
Hi, I'm attorney Kelly McCullum from Rubenstein Law. Rule number 7, understand attorney's fees. There are limits on what percentage attorneys can charge.
Are you guys able to hear?
Our firm charges you nothing, not even costs, unless you get money.
For more of these rules, go to rubensteinlaw.com.
We're starting here at 6 with this boy's act of bravery after surviving the unthinkable.
I just saw my dad holding a shotgun and my mom and mom screaming at him.
That little boy testifying at his father's murder trial. He's the son of Ronnie O'Neill, his father on trial for the murder of the boy's mother and sister, and also for trying to kill Ronnie, allegedly. Now, because he's representing himself, this creates the unusual scenario of the father cross-examining, questioning his own son. The man is accused of trying to kill him, and now he is basically questioning his son's testimony. Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer is live at the courthouse in Hillsborough County. Aaron, even separated by video screen because the boy is in a remote location, this had to take incredible courage by this now 11-year-old boy.
Yeah, Chris, he was incredibly brave. He showed unbelievable composure in that remote location as he gave his testimony this morning, followed and had to describe all of these horrific events that occurred that evening. What you are about to hear is part of little Ronnie's testimony. He's 11 years old now, followed by some of the cross-examination that he experienced with his father, who, as you said, is representing himself. This was the first time that they have seen each other and spoken to each other since that the attack on March 2018.
State, you ready to proceed?
Yes, sir.
I just saw my dad holding a shotgun and my mom and mom screaming at him.
And your father had a shotgun. What happened next? What did he do?
My mom ran in my sister's room. My mom ran in my sister's room and terrified into the closet. And then my dad said, "Come in here and come kill this the beaver."
Did you hear any shots from the shotgun before that?
Yes.
How many times?
One.
Was there a time when your mother was able to get out of the closet?
She was like stumbling outside, and then I just saw my dad chase her.
What do you remember happening next?
My dad told me to walk around and say like some words.
And do you remember what words your father told you to say?
Thank you, Gio. And my daughter as
Allahu
well.
Akbar.
Thank you for asking.
Did he do something to your sister?
Yes, he hit her with an axe. And then he went in the garage. I followed him. He put me on the ground, and then he had his foot on top. I was laying on my stomach. He had his foot on top of me, and he was holding me down. And he was like lighting a match.
Mr. O'Neill, any questions?
How you doing, Ron?
Good.
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Did you see me shoot your mom?
No.
Did I hurt you that night of this incident?
Yes.
I did. And how did I hurt you?
He stabbed me.
And investigators have said that Ronnie O'Neill tried to set his son and their house on fire before this night of violence. And
y'all. Whew. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And so oh, thank you so much, BBK. Thank you. It made me think about the other morning when we were in Houston Bread's live, and we were talking about girls are taught to be responsible, and boys are loved. I think that's kind of, I can't remember the exact words, but only in America, and I'm not gonna say only in America, let me just take that away. I don't understand how his father, and I get it, as a criminal, well, not as a criminal, but if you're charged with a crime, you have the right to stand before your accuser. In an instance like this, though, what protects that child? I firmly believe that that child should have been able to give a statement. It happened here in Memphis. I don't know if y'all remember the Leicester Street murder, where I think it was 7 or 8 kids were killed. I can't remember the exact number, but one did survive, and he testified and said it was his uncle. But he was able to testify via recording and never had to lay eyes on Uncle Junior. I think that's what he said, called him again. This should have been the same. That man shouldn't have been able to talk to that boy. Can you imagine? Like, my heart is just thinking about, it's good to see you. And I can imagine as a kid, having been abused myself, what it's like to still love someone that abused you. And this was to an extreme. Like, I don't even want to compare anything I've gone through to what that baby has gone through. And he got to stand there and answer questions? No. I don't care if it was in another location. It was nothing okay about that. Hey, Glorious Life on Wheels. Exactly. It wouldn't have been. And that was the other part, like, optics, y'all. What do you see all around him? Even on the back side of him, sitting on each side of him, was 2 white people. Where is the village that looks like him, if that makes sense? And we often say color shouldn't, no, because what I don't want is this child to grow up scared of his own people. And so it's so complex that it's just mind-boggling. How are you, Sherry? I pray you're doing well. I did, Gio. It was good to see you. The baby's doing well. I hadn't been on in a while, but I thank you for coming because you did see me live. I appreciate it. Happy birthday, Gigi, and who else did we do? And whoever else I missed. I'm sorry. Pizza, how are you, brother? How are you, King? I saw that you were in New York a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Oh, trust me. I was like, where you at? I want them. Bring them to my house. I got them. Definitely. Right. I get what you're trying to say. We want the freedoms, but dislike when they're misused. Yes. And in this case, it was like re-victimizing that baby all over again. not an 11-year-old. How many times have there been cases of even, yes, being recorded several times? Ooh, baby, that girl. AW. Exactly. And then so much so, like, I would never force you to watch the testimony, but so much so that he was almost trying to make it seem, it was like he was trying to get the baby to change what he knows he saw, what he knows he felt, what he knows happened. You may have to unsubscribe and subscribe again, but I can honestly tell you I hadn't been live in a while. Yeah, that's exactly what that was. And to say it's good to see you. And and the thing is, that's his daddy. He's never gonna stop loving him. Never. That was just surrounded by non-compassionate people. Gotta be to do that. I don't even want to say you're brave. You can go in here and make sure that he shouldn't have to be the one to ensure that his mom and sister get justice. Where is justice for him? So yeah. That ain't even what I came on to talk about though, y'all. See, that's why I don't even know if I'm ready. I don't know. Hi, Beef Sector camera slips. How are you? Exactly. And so for me, it was just, it's definitely something we're going to talk about. Man, thank you again, BBK. I appreciate you. As well as Chris, thank you. Being in Houston Bridge chat. And again, if you are a content creator, please put one in the chat so you guys can follow each other. I encourage you guys to link up, check out each other's content, and get to know somebody different. Being in Houston Bridge chat this afternoon and just hearing the different perspectives about where we are as a culture, as people, just in general in America, really got my head turning on some things. And Vibrant Lull said that my way of thinking was, can't remember exactly how it was said, but basically, unfortunately, many aren't going to think the way that I think. And I used to say this jokingly, but now I honestly say this understanding what it means. I said that's the Xennial in me. And a lot of people don't talk about Xennials, but that's the generation between Generation X and the Millennials. It's a small group. It's from 77 to, I think it's 82, of individuals who experience life without being connected to city lights. I can say for myself, experience life without being connected to sewage, experience life under the guise of grandparents that had gone through, like, we were talking about people migrating, like my grandmother and her family migrated here from Kentucky due to a flood. But what's crazy is how the family still managed to live in the same area, even going back and seeing the history of my grandfather and looking at the census, everybody lived right next door to each other. So even when they migrated somewhere else, we migrated somewhere else as a group. It wasn't ever just any one individual going somewhere. We were always a group of people. And to be able to see my lineage go over like that, that's, it's pretty cool. But the Zennial is the generation that knows what it's like to not have internet, then to get dial-up, which was AOL, and then to get broadband, to not have cable, like black and white TVs. I was in Dr. J's chat the other day, and it was a stomp down, kept saying, what did he say? Lord, talking to the receiver or something. And every time he said receiver, all I could think about was the beige rotary phone that had the long cord, and the cord could be white or gray because it may have gotten messed up. So your grandparents had, or somebody, whoever lived in the house, went to the stove and bought another cord. So probably didn't match the phone because they probably were sold out of the ones that matched the color of your phone. And you had to go all the way around on the rotary thing to make the phone go. I remember all that. I remember not having cell phones. I remember when cell phones first came out and they was just mobile phones, but they was like this super huge, almost like a suitcase thing in the middle of the car. Like, that's that generation that can appreciate. I worked in the garden. I had to pick peaches off a tree. I love peaches. I love peach cobbler. You can't pay me no amount of money to pick peaches off a tree. I bet not. You ain't gonna have fuzz all over me no more. Taking 2-3 weeks. No, ain't gonna happen. Right. Gigi Johnson said we didn't answer the phone unless told so. And then if you took the phone off the hook, it wasn't no calling nobody else on another line or a cell phone, or do not disturb was pull the phone off the hook. When it was time to eat, you came to the table and you ate dinner together. It was just, y'all, you might have had a little money free thing because y'all's was salmon pink. She said, right. I remember, right. Call waiting and three-way calling was, man, or don't play. I remember when Star 67 came in and Star 69 came in. Caller ID. We didn't have caller ID at first. Like, we'd be straight worried when our kids, we call them and they don't answer the phone. Baby, we didn't have no phones back and had to walk long. Baby. Yeah. And so, thank you, Tony. And that's typically what I do. And I always say, I don't care what anybody believes over here, right? There are so many things that I know about religion that I was taught that I don't believe anymore. And so I'm on my own quest for truth. So spiritual, yes. Believe in the triune God, absolutely. I believe in God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And that's where I'm going to leave it at. We ain't going to talk about nothing else because I'm still trying to figure my way. What I do know is that it's some things I just don't agree with. And that's that on that. I love everybody. And from my standpoint, Jesus said the greatest of these commandments was to love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and to love your neighbor as yourself. So those are the commandments I pay attention to the most. I'm not going to kill nobody. I do not believe that being a part of the LGBTQIA plus community is an abomination to the Lord. I am an ally of the LGBTQIA plus community. And whatever that looks like to them, that's what it is for me. I just need to know where I need to be to do what I need to do to make sure that I support you. Feel me? And that's me. I ain't got no heaven, no hell to put nobody in. Do I cuss? Absolutely. Do I try to? Not really. Have I cussed a little more lately than I think my mama spirit is embodying me. I'm starting to look more like her, and I even find myself acting like her sometimes. Y'all pray my strength. But it's something about that group of people, going back to Zennials, that Tony said caller ID was, man, you be like, and just, don't play with it. I remember when we first got click overly papa word. I don't know what that was. But I do remember, baby, that three-way got plenty of us in trouble. Plenty. Plenty. And that phone stood right where it was supposed to be. Don't take that phone from the middle of this hall, because everybody in the house got to really hear about what you're saying to make sure that you're saying what you're supposed to be saying. Otherwise, you're gonna have to get on the phone. But you ain't gonna be able to talk on the phone long, no way, because grandmama gonna be on the phone, or auntie gonna be on the phone, or somebody gonna be on the phone. And because you the youngest or almost next to the youngest in the house, by the time it's your turn to get on the phone, it's time for you to go to bed. So you really ain't got to you really can't talk to nobody. And you better not have the phone where it's busy and somebody can't get through, or don't click over and answer the line and somebody was trying to call somebody else. Baby, go ahead if you want to. AW says, it seems like you got several topics for future videos from this one live. Yeah, I do. And even, like I said, tonight, talking with, this afternoon's being in Houston Bread's chat was just like mind-blowing for me on so many levels. Because hear me when I say this. He called. Oh, yes. Click over. Yes. Or hold the phone. And it wasn't, hold the phone didn't mean that somebody was supposed to hold the phone. Hold the phone meant hold on. And they would put the phone down, but it was called hold the line or hold the phone. Hold the line, hold the phone, with either one. She said, Lord, I need my glasses. Let me go to bed. I'm texting crazy. Yes. She said, I never heard anybody say that before we related. Shoot. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Hey, blessed one. Thank you for coming in. Girl, so Tony, this is where I'm finna. So my daughter, 25, bless her heart. I'll never forget, we was at Bible study one night. And she said, Mama, we need to go. We got to hurry up and go. I was like, okay, baby. And she said, it's a new episode of the Cosby Show coming out. And it wasn't a new episode, because the Cosby Show was on when we was little, so it was just a syndication doing the getting the royalties or whatever. That baby said, it's a new episode of the Cosby Show coming on tonight. She was so serious. AW said, free thinker, you Southern, man, everybody in the South related, don't play. And it truthfully, to the point that it's almost scary. Like, my maiden name is Hardaway. It's a lot of us. It's too many of us. So yeah, and not only that, but in the South, what's the first thing people say when you bring somebody home? Who your people? Where they come from? Why y'all think they say that? Because many of our ancestors migrated from other areas, and they already know that, like, I'm gonna tell you, the young man that stayed with us for a while, we go to my grandma's house, the house that I grew up in the bottoms, right? Okay, and I don't know if I ever told y'all. Well, I think I said it in my intro video. Like, I didn't know I grew up in bottoms. I didn't know I was poor. What? We had food all the time. We had our own garden. My grandma made my clothes, even though it's the like, one of my dresses is the tablecloth right now. It don't matter. She made all my clothes. I look nice. I stayed clean. What do you mean? And then I found out a couple years ago that I grew up in the bottoms, and I was like, wait a minute, I ain't never heard that before. Anybody told me that, because the bottoms in the heat of the night was like, it didn't look like what they were calling the bottoms. So apparently the bottoms is the bottoms, which is where I grew up, which is right by the river. Hey, Candy Cane, thank you for coming in. She said, man, Thursday, yes, baby. All related. Don't play with it. Thank you for coming in, Candy Cane. Hey, Miss Doreen. Sherry says, I think they ask who are your people to know if you come from the crazy family. down the street. No. Typically, it's who are your people because, and I kid you not, like my husband to this day. Now, this is the truth. Not like I've been telling y'all lies, but just to show you how insane this is. So, my husband goes to meet my grandma. No big deal, right? Because I mean, come on now. He grew up in one part of the city. I grew up in another. And his family not even from here. And his mama is the only child. I ain't got no worries. My grandma said, who your people? Where you come from? So he talks about where he come from. He said, my grandma. She go, oh, we got some people down there. Well, okay, we ain't worried about it, right? Then Aisha goes on a hunt 2 years ago, looking at census and all those type of things. And Aisha's husband goes on a family reunion trip that just so happened to be in the same city and state, which is not the state that we live in, of where my ancestors lived. And then the maiden name is Robinson. And we got some people who last name is Robinson that come from some. Guess who stopped researching? I don't even want to know about it. At this point, baby, we were 8 years in, then 10 years now. It is what it is. I wouldn't care if we was first cousins, twice removed, 3 down, to 2 sisters. It's not finna change nothing. Candy Cane said, yeah, true. They do X who your people is to make sure you're not related, baby. I think we all related somehow. But where I was going with that is I think that generation, and I said it today, is so vital to, or this Zennial generation is so vital in the changing of trajectory for our culture. And that's because we get it. We can respect the sacrifices of our ancestors and how far they've come. At the same time, I understand why the millennials feel like I want to tear some ish up. I want to burn some ish down. If you care more about a building than you do a life, then the building needs to go in. You get what I'm saying? So I get both sides. It's like we get to see the full scope of things and at the same, and it's a beautiful thing and it's great for progression. And then on the other end, it's kind of hard because people from Gen X and from the millennials are fighting against it. Gen X is telling you, that ain't gonna work. They tried this. You think you're smarter than me. That's the elders. And then the millennials, that ain't gonna work. You don't move fast enough. I know more than you. So it's like, and it's such a small population of people, but we got to stand up because if we don't, what's gonna happen to our descendants? So we're in a place where it's time to take the torch, and we got to be able to form relationships with the millennials to pass the torch on. All the millennials are not rogue, just like all of the Zennials are not kumbaya, my lord. I'm a cross between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I do believe by any means necessary. I also believe that it can be done in harmony. And that may look crazy to some, but I can see it. I've done it. I'm not trying to do that. Mr. Ring. Girl, let it go. Oh, wait, hold up. I missed something. Baby, that's side street for me right now. We just sang this song the other night. We go well, before the pandemic. Which part I'm letting go, Candy? It's honestly up to us to keep those ties. Girl, the ties that bind, literally, it matters. People talk shit about roots, but one thing for sure, Alex Haley is a reminder of why we pass down traditions. Absolutely. Absolutely. So much so that to this day, my mom bought my oldest daughter a t-shirt because, Alex Haley is from Henning, Tennessee, and it has gone down generation in my home. Like my youngest daughter is wearing it now. So my daughter wore it, my son wore it. No, my daughter wears it. But not only that, I think it's important that we teach our kids the importance of legacy. Somewhere it fell off with my mom's generation, which is Gen X. But there are some Zennials who see the importance of, I know I do, the importance of keeping property. My dad just literally said, with this whole pipeline situation, I'm getting old. I mean, I'm not going to fight them about no land. What do you mean? Yeah, you're old and you're about to die. But just because you believe that area isn't all that anymore doesn't mean that it's not. Because here's the thing. If they had it their way and that area is right on the Mississippi River, they would clear everybody out of there. And it would be more industrial places, and how can I say it? The property value in the area would go up. But for some reason, we don't see value until others see value. And that's something we got to work on, period, as a culture. I'm trying to see if you and your husband, no. Baby, when I tell you I stopped it, baby, I didn't look at another marriage certificate. I didn't look at another census. I ain't want to know nothing about. I don't even want to drive past that part of Mississippi. I'm not going to even tell y'all what part of Mississippi it was. I'm not going to even drive down. I shall not. I wonder if some millennials listen less because they have more of their peers to listen to than we did. Wow. Wow. That's wow. Tony, keep the land. Keep the land. These oil companies, and so this is me just going a little bit ahead of word back. These oil companies, y'all, are coming in offering people $300 for property. And they're gonna run anywhere to $7 billion a day through those areas. No, not even that. But on my first video, I talked about us having a well in my grandmother's yard and how we would literally pump our water and it would be so cold and so good. And for the city to say, oh, there's traces of lead in the water. No, that was so that we would give up our rights to our water and then we'd be put on this big city, whatever thing for water. But it's to protect us, because somebody could taint the water. Somebody could put something in the water. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Oh, yeah. Well, honey, that well is gone. Probably could access it again, but would it even be worth trying at this point? Because now, even though it's our land, we don't necessarily own the water that's under it. And I know that sounds kind of crazy. It's just, yeah. So when we talk about making changes, there are so many intricate pieces that we miss. There are so many intricate pieces that we just kind of forget about or don't think about. But it's more than storming the Capitol. You know what I'm saying? It's more than rebelling. Everything that we do has to be strategic and it has to be planned. And I'm going to always stick with the fact that we're better together. I believe in diversity, equality, equity. I believe in it. I can't not believe in it, considering that's the life I want to see. I think about Dr. Martin Luther King's vision of people of all races, colors, and creeds coming together. And y'all, I'm gonna be honest, that's the only change that I can truly see that will be effective. Because in Houston Brea said this today, and I agree with her 100%. Black people should not be speaking against the LGBTQIA plus community ever. 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 My family has land in Alabama. I told my mom, we're not selling it. No. Mm-mm. And then the thing is, not just not selling it. Guess what? Man, Miss Doreen, it's so ice cold. Yes. Oh my God. Their children sold out. So 2 young guys actually sold their land for $40,000 to this oil company, which, can I say that the victory is they're not going to run it through the path of least resistance, which happens to be a predominantly Black neighborhood. And not only that, there's already a pipeline in a predominantly white, affluent neighborhood that could do the very things that they wanted to do. Why don't they want the crude oil going through that area? We don't know. So it's at a halt right now. But it's not just Memphis. There are other areas, Louisiana, Indiana, Ohio. There's an area near Canada, area in California, literally right now doing the same fight that we're doing against big oil companies. And guess where these oil companies are housed? In Texas. And their goal is trying to get oil to different destinations, which makes no sense to me, because we're going to hybrid cars. We're going to, like, the stuff. When I say to sit on a city council call meeting and hear them discuss opening a pet store and caring more about the puppies coming from a puppy mill than they do about the water that we drink possibly being tainted, it makes no sense to me. Or hearing them say, we're trying to approve this pipeline to go through this predominantly Black neighborhood, but also we're going to use $1 million to create fuel-free trolleys in buses. What? Like, what? Like, huh? And this is all in the same meeting. So we're about to spend some money on some buses to this fuel free that runs off electricity, and we're gonna do the same for trolleys. But at the same time, we're trying to let this $1 billion oil company come in and run crude oil. Like, it doesn't take a degree to understand that doesn't make sense. 200 years head start will take some time to catch up, Queen. Absolutely. 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 And it doesn't help that and y'all know I try not to talk politics because I am truthfully a person that I'm all over the place. Like, don't put me in a box. Don't check me as a Democrat. Don't check me as a Republican. Don't check me as an independent, liberal. Don't label me. But why did the United States do a why can't I think of the name of it now? Reparations for the Holocaust. It didn't even happen on our soil. So why was there reparations in this year's tax? Something, I don't really know what the form is or how, but why? It didn't happen on our soil. And I'm not saying that the Holocaust was horrible. It didn't happen on our soil. We hadn't even given reparations for the things that happened on our soil. So 2 things you've done in a limited amount of time. This Asian hate crime, which I'm totally against it. Don't get me wrong. Totally against it. Holocaust, horrible. But how much more or how many more things are you going to do to continue to show people that look like me you really don't care what happened to us or what happens to us? But I'm not going there either. Right. Spidey, I don't know what you mean by that, so therefore I'm not going to highlight your comment. But yeah, so guys, truthfully, I just came on to say, hey, it's been a year. Kind of wrote in the description box. Nothing's going to change. Topics like this are going to be the same. My platform is a safe place for the uncomfortable but necessary conversations. We can have them. We can agree to disagree. But in order for change to happen, we have to communicate with one another. And that's on all sides. The other thing is stay true to you. For any new YouTuber, new YouTube content creator, remember your why. Remember your formula, and stick to it. Mine was transparency. I'm going to continue to be transparent. I'm not worried about anything that I say and somebody taking it and using it against me. No, because if it's something that I've shared with you or that I'm sharing with you, trust me, I've already healed from it. And I'm sharing it with you so that you can use it or you can apply it, or I've already used it and it's worked for me. So now I'm telling you about it. And yeah, AW says, hopefully, or I hope Juneteenth being a federal holiday is a puzzle piece and not our full reparations. It's definitely, I don't even consider that as reparations, because are we going to get paid for this holiday? Do only Black people get paid for this holiday? Like, I'm still trying to process Juneteenth and not the celebration or the celebratory part. How were we free for 2 years and didn't know we were, like, I'm literally still trying to process that. And my husband and I have talked about this so many times, and he's like, babe, you got to understand that it was like Texas was its own country. And I'm like, but it still doesn't make, I can't, like, so yeah. So hopefully for me tomorrow, our guest will help me understand it a little greater, because I'm still struggling. Like, so you telling me we was free, but we weren't free because we didn't know we was free? And so, yeah. And so that's why you will also hear me say things like, I'm not oppressed. I'm not. I don't feel we are as a people, and that probably will upset some. But I think we have more power than we realize that we have. I also believe that the system is working the way it was created to work. It's our job to understand how it works and do whatever it takes to abolish or change the system because it wasn't designed for those that look like me. And what else? I believe in unity and diversity. I believe in celebrating each other. Something that was said today, and I'm going to end on this note, was why is it that when people say they're pro-Black, they also say that they're not anti-white, as if they have to soothe a different or make that race of people feel okay. That's not why I do it. I'm very much pro-Black. But just because I'm pro-Black doesn't mean I'm anti-white. And I say that not for white people. I say it for my people. Because it's not white people that have turned on me when I've said I'm pro-Black, but I'm not anti-white. It's me explaining to my people, I'm not anti-white. I think I can be able to celebrate with an Irish woman and a German, Russian. Like, we should be able to celebrate our differences and it be okay, and it not consider what do you call it? Culture. When you steal pieces of like, we should be able to share those things. And even in life, my own life, I'm very intentional about being diverse. I'm also very intentional about disseminating and sharing information. I don't think like everybody else, and I'm okay with that. I don't even know if I believe like everybody else, and I'm okay with that. Thank you, Carolyn. Appropriation, yes. But guess what? If I'm a hairstylist, if a white woman comes and wants me to cornrow her hair in extensions, guess what? I'm gonna cornrow her hair with extensions, and I'm gonna put my money in my pocket and take it to the bank. You heard? Okay. Hey TR, my guy. Thanks for coming in, big brother. Or shall I say little big brother? We believed everything Master told us. Also, most of us could not read. I was easy to deceive. It was easy to deceive us, Queen Aisha. Absolutely. But here now, we don't have those. Thank you, Miss Doreen. Here now, or at this time, we don't have to believe that anymore. We have power. There's power in our words. And I wrote that in the description box. I believe words have power, written and spoken. And it's what we do with that power. 200 years, yeah. You did, and I thank you. I thank you so much. Please know that I still love you, and SF Rose hadn't went anywhere. Guys, I will be back on in less than 12 hours to celebrate Juneteenth with you guys. Hopefully to learn a little bit more about it and to help leave an imprint on this world in some shape or form. I will say that for me, this last year as a YouTube content creator has been a success. The reason I say that is because success for me was never based on making all the money or having the largest chat. It was about leaving imprints, and I know for sure that I've made a difference, not because I just feel so cocky and because people have told me, and I believe them. And so if it's not broke, don't fix it. And that's kind of where I'm going to stay. So I'll continue to bring you me. That's all I got. Take it or leave it. And yeah, TR, I'm so happy to see you come in. It's because of you that you and SF Rose that I took this leap. It wasn't one that I was dead set on taking. I love supporting other people. I love being in the background. I don't ever have to be seen. I'm a firm believer that many hands make light work. But this is where I was supposed to be. So yeah, I'm doing it to the best of my ability. Thank you, AW, and thank you for supporting me from day one. You have been amazing. I love you too, Pizza. And guess who will be in? And I have to talk to Dre, but I think it's Montego Bay next year. It'll be us. Oh, there's my husband. What's up, husband? Yes, virtual footprint. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, yeah, prayerfully, I have made more of a positive footprint, virtual footprint on, thanks, babe, for coming in, on you guys than negative. But know that I am who I am, and I always present that to you. Even when I'm not sure of myself, I'll let you know I'm not sure, but this is what I feel, and we can figure it out together. So with that being said, I still say that. Yeah, that's all I got for tonight, guys. It was good being on. Please know that I pressed my way tonight. It was hard, but it's okay. I'm gonna get back into the swing of this thing, not because I have to, but because I want to, and it's necessary. And we can have all the panels in the world and all the conversations in the world, but if we don't put forth action, then we're not doing anything. I refuse to be a person who brings forth the problems without a solution. And so, yeah, you guys will be happy to know from the Black Lives Matter series that we did, that I did the things that I said I was going to do. I spoke with the police department, my local police department. I've gotten more patrolling in my neighborhood. I've spoken with county officials. I've right now I'm even trying to figure out how to do a like a boot camp this summer for the young men in my neighborhood, which is a predominantly Black neighborhood. However, yeah, they think they're about to come through with gentrification, but we ain't going nowhere. The number of calls we get a day about buying our house is ridiculous. But no, we're here to stay. And if we have it our way, we're going to buy a couple of these lots as well. And yeah, make it do what it do. And hopefully, again, not only leave a legacy, but show our children the importance of leaving a legacy and the importance of land. So, hey, Jackie, I hope I'm saying that right. Happy Juneteenth. Absolutely. I saw a shirt that said free-ish. I say walk in your freedom. Walk in your freedom. Can't say that out here in the Bay Area. Can't say what, Carolyn? Happy Juneteenth. I say it. Say it. Be the change that you want to see. I'm a firm believer in that as well. Uh-oh, Peter said we'll see you then. Yes, we will be in Jamaica, and I cannot wait. So TR, you see the dates? TR 90X. But yeah. So, guys, yeah, I'm gonna get off of here so I can be back on at 10 a.m. on the dot, and especially since I'm on someone else's time tomorrow. But yeah, it's been real. I thank God for this year. I thank God for all the people that I've met over. Oh yeah, it's real here. It's real here. But all it takes is a few people, and I kid you not, hear me when I say this, to see what's going on and to come together collectively. Again, I'm not trying to create barriers and walls. I'm just trying to make sure that, how can I say this? That what my ancestors worked for isn't taken away for a little of nothing. It's something that my mother-in-law, she's 92, taught me, and not by her words, but by her actions. And it's something that my grandparents taught me with their words, with their actions, and they gave me the skills and the intelligence to do it, the knowledge to know how to do it. And so I shall. So with that being said, happy Juneteenth. I love you guys. Know that I'm going to always do it for the culture. At the same time, I believe we are better together. And with that being said, I'm going to go to bed unless Avatar Nation is on. Hold on. Let me see. Give me 1 quick second. Ooh. Hadn't done this in a while. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's see, how long have they been on? 35 minutes. Give me 1 quick moment. So there's 14 of us in here. One quick second, y'all. Let me make sure that it popped up. Please, let's go over to Avatar Life Entertainment and just say positive raid. Yeah, the link is already in the chat. And I will see you guys over there. Until tomorrow, I am sending lots of peace, love, joy, blessings your way. And remember, you're responsible for your own happiness. So yeah, if you guys are you don't have to stay. Just go on in there and say positive raid or Aisha raid. And let's just take this 12 people here on over there. Thank you guys so much. Love you. Remember, you are responsible for your own happiness. Peace.